was the perfect call out there. Once he got the blocks, he made a move, and he was headed to the end zone.
All right, cool. We're good. We're good. It's working. First quarter. Here we go. The Bills won their game today against the Browns. It was a pretty bad start.
Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This taken in at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
Ooh.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
First and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Phillips in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Crowder now to return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Second quarter, 7-0. We got the ball.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
That's a touchback.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. This
Oh my
pass
God.
out wide to Hall. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Within 3 games, so.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it's Crowder. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most often.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Kick it up, and it's good.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
After that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To throw again on second down. Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
He had a good day today.
I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Oh,
so
reading
close.
Zeros. He is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed.
I did not think that was it. Look,
And
hold
they
up.
extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them.
Oh my, that was
and bring
let's
it.
Let's see this replay. No. Ah, there we go. And just there we go. Look at this. Ready? 2. Bro. Oh, let's go. That was a nice one.
To start the third quarter.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Bears who have the lead. The former Buckeye, Justin Fields, with a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first. first as the second half is underway. Fields it right around the goal line.
Oh,
And
man.
makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
I was close to going, but
So
I
here are
shouldn't
the
have gone
Bills to
on.
take
But
over.
Here we go.
They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Ooh,
and he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I might be streaming my
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
The
partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And this is caught and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
The Eagles lost by 1 single point. I meant they won by, they won by 1 single point. Bro.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson.
Intercepted
again. That's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Let's go.
It certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
That was bad.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Man open, here is Crowder. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
He almost had it.
Allen going to try and keep it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
Yeah,
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Yeah, we did.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That
one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Wilson. Throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He just
He's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. Now it's Wilson. This one left side caught by Barrios. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Let's go.
On third down, Wilson. And it'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it,
Lordy.
even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And
Zerline's kick is up and
at
through.
least they got 3
Get back
points, so
3,
it
but this
wasn't a
remains
total
a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Their rushing yards was -1.
So for the Bills, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this at
Alrighty, guys. Let's see what we got here. Quentin Morris upgrade. Yeah, whoops. There we go. And advance to the next week, and we'll see what we got. We'll see the standings. Bye. but I'm pretty sure we got conference. We won the conference. Are we still undefeated? Bro, the Bengals are both undefeated as well. Oh my lord, look. Us and the Bengals, bro. Yeesh. Our defense is better, though. We've only allowed 62 points while they have allowed 178. Oh, man. Look at that. Wow, that's pretty good. The Browns, they finally, let's see, not Browns, but the Texans finally won. Hey, look at that. Alrighty. Alright, lads, that'll do it for this live stream. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, stay safe and peace out, everybody.